holiday.
Yeah.
Here we are, the new fashion model in the new 91 swimwear.
They ran out of material. I had no choice.
Don't forget the accessory, though.
Yes, the accessories.
With their beer can.
In gold. Only gold. Cash instead of stuff. But what we do have is like, I do have Grandma Carroll's, was it Grandma Carroll or Grandma Hans's Norwegian, it was a Norwegian pitcher, no, Grandma Carroll that she used to pour the pancakes from. The pitcher.
Oh, for gosh sakes, I don't even remember that.
I'll show it to you and I bet you'll remember it.
I'll believe it. I mean, I just don't remember that.
Yeah. Have that, and we found that the memorial thing on Grandma Carroll, and then I've got that one nice picture of Grandma Carroll.
I don't think that picture was Grandma Carroll. That was a Hanson thing. It was an Arneson artifact. Aunt Julia's talked about that, I thought.
I thought that was Grandma
What are you
Carroll.
doing now, Jimmy?
I don't think so.
Joey?
Tell us the story, Uncle Bill.
Tell you a story?
Yes, camcord a story.
I don't know any
We want a
story.
family story.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
What was the 4th of July story?
Oh, yeah. With the fireworks up in the Dell.
Fireworks up in the Dell.
Oh,
That story.
right. Yeah, we were all kids. I think I was about 10. We had this black chauffeur. My dad got, maybe about $50 worth of fireworks. And they spread it out on a blanket, about a block from the house down near the beach. And somebody got one of these Roman candles and it's going boom, boom, boom around. And one goes thump into all the damn firecrackers. And this black chauffeur says, "Don't be there, don't be there." And he's running his ass off. I remember Jack Cooley one hit him in the head. He had a scar from that.
Really?
Yeah, and we're all, Donald Carroll, he was there. And, oh, cripes, I'll never forget that thing. It was really something.
Well, we've got a blanket of fireworks sitting right over there.
Yeah, we're.
And you get to ignite them.
Not me.
Don't be there.
Don't be there. Don't be there.
So tell us about the bars on the way from Chicago to the Dells.
Right, we hit every bar, yeah. We kept them in business.
Well, okay, here comes the Carroll.
Here comes the Carroll. Load up, yeah. Your dad and I, oh God. We get it by the case up there, And then we put all the bottles up on that drive. You remember we could pull up on the drive, there was a big garage. And we get
pictures.
Yeah, and they had a wall like this. And we put the bottles up there as we drank, I think a couple of cases up, every time we were up.
You just line the driveway with
Just
empty
line
bottles?
them up with empty bottles, yeah.
So how did Grandma Carroll tolerate you guys?
Oh, she had the patience of an angel, I tell you. How'd you like to cook for that gang, huh?
Oh, I'd love to personally, but
She'd get up and she'd cook, got a big platter of eggs.
Y'all didn't have any servants or anything? Like,
No, those
just
days
all
were all over. By the time my dad died in 31, she was a widow and had the kids, and she was doing her own work.
every picture I've seen of her, she had an apron on. Did she pretty much
Yeah,
consistently
she
wear an
never
apron?
lived in that, yeah. Of course, she was sick. She had that colostomy. She had the sack on the side.
How old was she when she had that?
Oh, boy. I don't know. When my dad died, he died in 31, and she had it then. And she had it till, when she died, I'd say about 68 or something, maybe 68 or something like that.
She died in 68?
I think it was about
No, couldn't
No,
be.
she died before 54.
Oh, you got a better memory than me.
Well,
yeah.
because I was born in 54 and she was dead.
Well, anyways, she had it till when she was dead, and I don't really...
Well, now,
Yeah.
Grandpa Carroll died in 31?
Yeah. My father died in 31. Yeah.
how old a man was he when he died?
52.
And he died of cirrhosis?
Yeah.
What is it that he did for a living? I mean, 'cause we couldn't remember.
Well, he was a contractor, excavating and wrecking company. Yeah.
We knew it was some
And then
kind
he
of
got
construction
in.
work.
He got in with the politicians in Chicago. Big Bill Thompson was the name of the mayor. And he was they had to screw him in the ground when he died, just so crooked. Just screw him straight in. Son of a bitch was the biggest crook going. Oh, he had millions when he opened up his box later on. And then Grandpa Carroll and Mr. Newman, his partner, got hooked on federal income tax. That was the same time Al Capone, they really went after a lot of them at the same time.
And the Carroll men were involved.
They were in there, oh yeah. But anyways,
The downfall of the Carroll Empire.
yeah, and the bookkeeper went to prison, in lieu of Newman, who
And
was
his name was?
Face-Off Tinkoff, yeah.
Face-Off Tinkoff.
I do that in the
You
bathroom.
got that on tape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jewish bookkeeper.
Yeah.
But your dad had the contract for the Brookfield Zoo.
Oh, we had
And
it.
there's a plaque there?
Well, the Board of
No, we
Trade,
didn't find
you
that.
know, downtown, the Board of Trade, they wrecked that. And those big columns at the Delview Hotel are big. Oh, they must be 4 feet across. They're granite columns, and that was all shipped from the Board of Trade when they wrecked it to the Delves. And that's some of the decorations around the Delview Hotel.
Yeah.
That's where that came from.
Now, is there or is there not a plaque for Grandpa Carroll at the Brookville Zoo in the monkey area?
There isn't.
I don't think so, but
Mom
they
and
had
I tried to find it. We
they
went
had a
in the
plaque.
administration office and they didn't know anything about it.
They had a plaque at the cemetery at the SAG on one of the columns. There's 2 big columns and then an archway. And they had a plaque on the thing, and it was a brass plaque. And those hippies chiseled it out and sold it. You can still see where it was.
And what did it say?
I don't know, in honor of John P. Carroll or something, and a date, and that it was donated by him, something like that. It was maybe a foot and a half square.
What was Grandma Carroll's name?
Gerhardt.
Florence.
Florence,
That's it.
Florence
Thank
Gerhardt,
you. Thank
yeah,
you, thank you.
yeah.
And what'd they call her?
Just Florence.
Florence,
George,
never Flo or Floey or
George.
George.
As long as it wasn't late for dinner.
Yeah.
Nah, she
No,
always had
Florence
on
is
time.
all I know.
Tell that story about was it the Model A you guys drove home from Atchison?
Oh, yeah, that was my last year at St. Benedict's. And I spent $15 for this Model A. Model T.
Model T. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's going further back.
And I went to the Blue Star store and got some shims because the motor wasn't in too good a shape. And 3 of us guys took it from Kansas, well, Atchison, Kansas, and drove all night and all the next day to Chicago on that damn thing. And then, I guess about 100 miles from Chicago, the fan in the engine started hitting the radiator. And I said, well, we'll fix that. There's 4 blades on the thing, you know, and one was hitting the radiator. So I pried it loose and threw it away, and I said, that fixes that. And so, real dumb. So we're going right along, and all of a sudden it's off balance now. It went zingo. The fan and the water pump, everything went, woo, away it went. And you know that damn thing without a water pump, it just poured water out of there. But we crept along, filling it all the way along, and I get back to Chicago, all right. But idiots, complete idiots, yeah. Away with that thing, and we stole 2 of the, they had lamps, you know.
Stole?
Yeah, well, we borrowed them for a while from the state. And we went and put them on the front of the car. And the cops come up and they says, hey, your taillight, and they come up next to us and say, Jesus Christ, you got no lamps, you stole our lamps. They were going to throw us in the clink. And finally we negotiated to get in the cab and staying off the road. But they were going to, it's a wonder that we lived so long, you know. But with a Model T, all you did was set the gas and the spark. And it'd run by itself. You
That was
put
a
your-
hand crank, wasn't it?
Yeah, hand crank. And just set the spark and the gas. You could lean the gas down with a little adjustment, and you could go for 1,000 years on a gallon of gas, you know.
That's incredible.
But it is.
So
it
tell
makes-
us about the Benedictine swimming and diving team.
I don't remember any-
You guys were stars.
Oh, that's
I
Fenwick.
knew about that
Fenwick
when
High School.
no, at Benedictine High too, because there was still a priest there when I went that had been there when you and Dad were there.
Well, for
And he
crying
said,
out-
"Are you going to be a swimmer too?"
Well, I went to Kansas City with, I think it was AAU championships or something.
Uh-huh.
And it was a 100-yard backstroke. And I think it was the
You held
Kansas-
records for quite a while.
Well, I held the Catholic League record, but this was that was 50-yard backstroke. This was 100, and I was winning the damn thing. And they had this new backflip where you didn't touch the wall.
Yeah.
You just went upside down,
Yeah.
come down, and it was the first time they saw it, and they disqualified me. I won the damn thing, and I got disqualified by the AAU. And that was in Kansas City,
For being radical.
That's when
Yeah,
the
they
flip
hadn't
turn was
even- It
involved.
wasn't even official, but we got it at Fenwick. The communications were not that good
Yeah.
between the time I was graduating from high
I
school.
understand you and Dad both had quite a reputation at Benedictine College for your
Well, I don't know.
swimming and
Yeah.
diving.
Well, I was going to say,
Among
maybe
other
swimming. I was
things.
going to say there were a few other records I'd rather not talk about. I don't think they were for swimming.
Yeah, that reputation.
More of the breaststroke?
And the
Yeah,
ghost
the breaststroke, very good, and breaststroke, yeah.
and the ghost
That was a
ball.
male school at the
And-
time, though, wasn't it?
Huh?
So wasn't that an all-male school at the time? Though? I
Yeah,
don't know about
yeah.
this breaststroke and thing.
Yeah,
They
the
had-
Benedictine North Campus
They
was
had
the
some
boys'
good
school.
names. They had the girls' school across town. It was Mount St. Scholastica.
Yes.
And they used to call it the home of 1,000 candles. Not a very good Well, I'll stop right there.
I understand.